What's up, fight freaks and geeks? We're here at episode 2 of the 2.5 Fighters
Forgot our name there.
podcast. We got it going on. We got obviously Julian and Chris back at it again.
Yeah. What up?
Let's make it happen. What you got for us today?
Alright, so for the fighters, you've probably been paying attention to a little guy named Conor McGregor.
Who
is that?
Heard of him.
If you ever heard of him.
Yeah.
He's touring Russia, making some noise out in Russia.
Doing his thing.
Some Dagestani surrounding his house. His location at the Ritz-Carlton. So
Dagestani threw him a water bottle.
he got thrown a water bottle. There's a lot of things happening with Conor, not fighting, but he did announce that his big comeback will be January 18th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas. Apparently he has the opponent, UFC has the opponent, he can tell the opponent. It's very complicated. How do we feel about Conor McGregor lately? Geek?
Well, look, as Brendan Shaw would say, the biggest Conor dick rider.
Yeah, we all are.
The problem is lately he has fallen on some hard times. I can't agree with a lot of his most recent headlines that have been out there. The phone thing, to be honest, didn't care much. Hitting the old man, we're getting a little tricky there. And there's been some bad allegations towards him, sexual things. So look, I think he's fallen on hard times. I think he's alluded to it a couple times in the presser that alcohol was a factor in those issues. I think, look, we should give him a chance. Everyone loves a comeback story. I think January 18th.
January 18th.
I think that'll be a big turning point for MMA. If Conor could regain all that he has, all that he once had, I think it'll be great for the sport. Mills?
Hey man, Conor, get out of here. Get out of the UFC. Don't ever come back. We don't want this. Get out of here. We don't want to see you in here. We don't want this. What's the point of this? He made all kinds of money off Floyd Mayweather. If you gave me that money, you would never even see me again in this lifetime. Why would you put yourselves in the lines then? Why? You can't beat Tony. You can't beat Khabib. If you're gonna fight, you're probably gonna fight Cowboy or Gaethje. And let's be honest, Cowboy, you might win. Gaethje, you might get knocked out. I don't think it's fair for you to come back. You're making money. I sip proper 12. It tastes like horse ass. But hey, man, I respect you, Conor. Don't come back. Do your stuff. Let's have some fun.
All right, so, okay. Vegas actually released odds on two of Conor's potential opponents.
Yeah.
So Conor would be a 185 favorite to take out Cerrone. And
Makes sense.
It would be a pick-em fight if he were to fight Gaethje. So you think he would get the better of Cerrone but lose to Gaethje?
Well, if Cowboy and Gaethje would play with their strengths of a jiu-jitsu practitioner and a wrestler, I think both of them could beat Conor very easily. Just the way that they fight, they're more on a striking bound. So, I think Conor could match more with Cowboy's kind of style of kickboxing, whereas Gaethje is more he'll take a punch to give a punch, but now he's adapted to a new style where he has confidence in his strength and his power with his hands. So I think right now going with a high of Gaethje is really bad. I think anybody that goes in his way is going to be, it's bad news. Conor got dropped by Khabib. Remember that. Khabib is no comparison of a striker with Cowboy or Gaethje. Just that sambo practitioning background that's impressive. But I think both guys beat Conor. Conor's a better matchup for Cowboy, but hey, man, like I said, just live life, man. You got 2 kids, do what you gotta do. You have money, you don't need to do this somewhere, man.
Keith, any other opponents that you could think
Any
of?
other opponents?
Because we're just speculating.
Yeah, well, look, first of all, I agree with my arch nemesis, Mills, that fight with Gaethje would be a really tough one. I think Donald Cerrone might be, I could see Conor pulling that one off, but against Gaethje, look, I'm not saying he can't do it, but that is a much tougher matchup, especially with how Gaethje's been looking lately. The question we have to ask for Conor is where's his mindset at? I think that's going to determine a lot. We really need to see him face lesser, I can't even say lesser opponents because Gaethje is really up there, so I wouldn't call him a lesser opponent, but I think Donald might be a good first fight back. I think, he needs a little tune-up fight. UFC should take a little from boxing and they should give guys some more tune-up fights. And that might be a good one for Conor. Some other potential opponents besides those two, if we're talking about just lightweight. No, I think that Donald fight really is perfect, man. I think it's exciting. Skill-wise, he matches up well. Donald, we really won't try to out-wrestle him. I don't think the cardio should be a factor in that one. I think that's a good one for him. Maybe Alia Quinta, but that might be tough also. But look, people are wanting to give him Gaethje. He's higher, so
yeah. So Gaethje coming off 3 first-round knockout wins.
Yeah.
But okay, so speaking of Conor, how do we feel about ever since WWE IMG took over UFC and things are crazy right now? Cain Velasquez in WWE, Tyson Fury this weekend says he wants to fight in MMA. The Rock is putting the belt on Jorge if he wins. I mean, it's just
entertainment there, right?
It's entertainment. What's going on here, with or without Conor? How do we feel about the entertainment era in the UFC right now? Mel?
Love going first, love talking shit, love talking out my ass. This is what I'm going to tell you about this company. It's a fantastic company. I'm going to tell you why it's a fantastic company.
Yeah.
We got great people in there. Tom Brady's an owner. The Rock is here. We have athletes. We have CEOs that are part of this great organization that's giving us quality and money fights. This is what we need. We need to get WWE. We need Tyson Fury. We need The Rock. We need all these different styles of athletes into one. This is, there's MMA, there's boxing. Let's stop with that. This is the fight game. We love the fight game, whether it's the fake shit from WWE, which is so entertaining. I'd rather watch that than General Hospital, man. I love that. I love the WWE and everything they're doing. So, the entertainment era right now, I love it, man. Even there's a couple of guys I hate, but they're just doing that, man. So, big props to them.
Keith, how do you feel about the entertainment, the UFC, and MMA in general?
I think that the entertainment era sort of began with Chael, but I think it was really taken into its full effects with Conor.
Yeah.
Problem is, Conor hasn't been in it now. There has been some other guys, such as Colby, for example. Henry Cejudo is really trying to get as much as he could out of this entertainment era. But the question is, and a couple other MMA analysts have spoken about it lately, are we still in the entertainment era? Some say yes, some say no, because Conor's not here. Will it continue once he comes back? I think I really enjoy the entertainment era. The thing is, if it gets too much towards the other side, I don't like it too much. I don't know how I feel about The Rock putting the belt on. It feels a little WWE.
Cheesy, yeah.
It's a little cheesy. So, I don't know. I think we're still in it, but I think it has gone down a little bit since ESPN purchasing it.
If Conor comes back and loses again, who could step in those shoes and become the new face? Because right now UFC doesn't really have a face.
No.
John Jones, not really. Israel's coming up. Can't be Colby.
No face.
So who can step in Conor's shoes and do that role? No? Nobody is an answer, right? Nobody's a good answer. My answer would be nobody.
You have a couple guys, if they would put a lot of stuff in line, could be one of the biggest faces in the UFC. But I think there's some guys are going about it the wrong way. I think Cejudo's with that triple C shit. You're a piece of shit.
What?
You're Henry Cejudo. You're just
stating.
I'm telling you.
What you have before this podcast, Neil?
Let me just tell you why I really think this. This guy is talking about fighting Valentina Shevchenko, and no one's talking about it anymore. He's talking about that triple C shit. You know what? You're a gold medalist. Props to you. That is the biggest accomplishment any athlete would wish for, and that's great. The DJ fight, you got knocked out by DJ in the first round. You barely beat him in a 5-round fight. Let's see a trilogy. Let's see if you really are better than DJ. You can't just win the belt and you're just talking out of your ass saying that you're the best. No, DJ did it 11 times. How many times did you do it, Henry? Not even a fraction of the times he did it. And then he goes to 135, not even fighting the current champion. He fought a runner-up. Come on, Henry. Get your shit together. Because if you have the abilities to be that superstar, you're just not doing it the right way. My boy Colby, on the other hand, he's playing the villain role. Now, that's amazing. But we just need to see you more active. All the stuff that you're saying you can't fight at this time, you're doing this, you're doing that. he has to be more consistent. You need to fight more times in a year the way that you're talking, because you could beat the most hated guy, and the most hated guy at that point could be the face. Look at Floyd Mayweather. That's how the money from Pretty Boy to money came all about. So Colby could be the face, Henry could be the face. John Jones, he's just talking to the Adesanya. He's trying to get himself out there, but there's other stuff for Jones to be a part. And now with all his criminal activities, he can't be in front of different company names, which could have been the biggest help for him. I would see a couple of guys doing it, obviously Israel too, but they're just not doing it right. We have the potential. The entertainment era is here. Just we need guys to step up and get new managers. My salary rate isn't that much, guys. Hit the boy up. I got your back.
All right, so some hate on Cejudo.
Me and my boy Triple C. Catch him on future values. D shot.
Cejudo wants to fight Shunda. Cejudo also wants to fight Weili Zhang.
Yeah.
Don't forget about that.
It's his way of marketing, though.
So Keith, who could, if anybody, fill Conor's shoes, become the face of the UFC or MMA in general?
Well, Mr. Fusco, this is what I think. I think there doesn't necessarily need to be a face in a particular sport. I'm not a big fan of most other sports. I don't really know how it works in others, but I think there should be some faces, but not necessarily a face. So we don't really necessarily need a Conor that big of an icon. I think we have some good ones with Israel, Amanda Nunes, what all that she stands for. I think the days of faces that we had before, like with Ronda, with Conor, I think we don't really necessarily need them. I think athletes like that, superstars, come along once every couple of years. I don't think we need one necessarily right now. I think with ESPN, and I think there's some, as my boy here Mills spoke about, Triple C and Colby. I think there are some people who are making some noise and trying to get the mainstream more involved, but we don't necessarily need a face as we had with Conor.
Okay. So we're gonna keep our ears open for any Conor news and keep you posted on any of that. Right, Mel?
Yep, we'll try our best.
All right. Close it up.
What you got? I got no lightning round. I'm not doing lightning round in episode 2.
There's no lightning round.
There's no lightning round?
Let's talk about Conor.
Really? We should have a script.
Okay, well,
you should advertise this for me.
No, we're just doing Conor.
We're not sending scripts anymore. What happened?
There's more. What did you guys think of the Conor press conference? I think at the Conor press conference, he was really,
You look good.
really back to his old form.
Yeah, he seemed
I like
like
that.
vintage C-man.
I need to know what jelly's buying, because that hair is slick.
Wonderful.
I love it.
Yeah, it was good hair.
I think he has serious balls to do what he did in Russia. He gave out his location within 5 minutes of the press conference.
Yeah.
And he was really trying to promote his whiskey. And apparently Mil says it's no good, but I don't know. I think it took a lot of courage going to Moscow to do all this. And I think he really is back this time. I see a different look in his eye compared to the last Khabib fight. And I think he was trying to show that he still came because, let's face it, recently his name it's been in the mainstream for all the wrong reasons, and I think it's back. We need a good bounce back from Conor.
No, I agree. I agree with the press conference. I like the location, like the noise, like the notoriety he's getting, and let's see more of this. Let's see more crazy. I like crazy Conor. He's getting everybody riled up. Obviously, my idea of him fighting, I don't think it's the right move, but if he's gonna come back into it, it's the perfect way to do it. Open up every door, open up every option, and put yourself out there, man. Good stuff, good hair, and nice suit.
All right, so you want to see Conor talking, but not fighting.
I want to see Conor have his own reality show. I want him to have his show. I want him to just ball bust people. I like him talking. I would like to see him acting. Let's just not see anything.
So not fighting.
Anything not fighting, I'm good.
How about a second fight with Mayweather and MMA? Would that be interesting to you if you would see that in the headline?
Not interesting at all.
Not interesting.
Not interesting at all.
Not interesting.
No.
Not interesting at
Because
all.
Floyd has no chance. Whereas Conor, in hindsight, didn't have a chance either.
Yeah.
But he had more of a chance than Floyd. I mean, you never know, obviously.
You never know.
But I don't really want to see that.
No, you don't see that at all. So, with that said and done, episode 2, fantastic. Guys, we're going to keep you posted on next episodes we got guests coming up like Mark Hunt. We got a lot of different guys coming in. So let's do it. You can follow us on Instagram page at 2.5 Fighters. Hit us up on Twitter. Hit us up on Facebook. You guys know what it is. We'll keep you posted for any other news. See ya.
See ya.
Hey, boy.